Welcome. I am here with a video update. This one being kind of end of March. We're dealing with the coronavirus. Even though this is definitely affecting most people's lives in the US, around the world, you will find that you can still stay physically active during this time. A lot of my previous videos, you can use those exercises, go online and find what other resources there are to stay active. These are all great. Do not use previous suggestions I had at this time of using public pools. Stay away from these areas. But again, individually exercising, you're perfectly fine, especially in your home. And I did reading and research, as well as talk to a friend of mine who's a former nurse at the National Institute of Health, who's really tackling this issue right now. And she worked in oncology with cancer patients, so she's used to dealing with people who have compromised immune systems. She said it's great to go outside walking as long as you can keep that 6 feet of distance in between yourself and anyone you're not living with. So, if you're going down the street and you see someone coming in the other direction, you can cross the street and that leaves enough room, or just give them space, like maybe going into the road if it's safe. And again, maybe avoid crowded times. So it's when it's a little less busy. But yeah, going outdoors is great for mental health. Depression and anxiety are greatly helped by moving your body, getting fresh air, being in nature. So yeah, if you do have the time and ability, take that time to help yourself. And it can be great for the family too. I took my kids out and we kept 6 feet in between anyone we didn't know, and they felt so much better afterwards as well. So as promised, I'm going to put in some shoulder stuff today. So let's start with a shoulder opener. This can be great, especially if you're on devices. You can bring the arms up here, doing a lunge with the legs. Breathing here into the chest as you let the chest open. And feel a gentle stretch here through the kind of front body area. You might notice that one side is tighter than the other. Breathing into the belly as you're doing this. A variation in what you can do if you ever need to. First of all, if you have different things going on in the two shoulders, you might not be able to get your arm up here. That's absolutely fine. You can do one at a time. Bringing your arm here. Breathing into this side. And then let's say your other side goes a little bit less. I'm just going to change legs. Like maybe I can only get my arm up this much. That's okay. Breathing here, in and out. And let your other arm relax. Notice if you're holding tension. So again, you can do both at the same time or one at a time. Taking a break and just noticing how this feels in your body. And a lot of times we do things, we're on devices. If you have a phone, if you're texting, if you're reading books or driving a car, all these things are kind of done in front, so this really helps. So again, let's do it one more time. If you're doing one side at a time, you can do the other side here. Breathing as you open the chest. Engaging those lower core muscles, so the lower back isn't overarching here. Thinking about your posture. Sometimes people have a tendency to let the head drop down. Make sure that it's staying up. So your whole spine is nice and aligned here. Breathing in and out at your own pace. And letting the arms rest down. And also, these muscles are used in breathing. So sometimes you can feel like you get better breathing by stretching these out. And then a little strengthening exercise. Once you've opened those, you can come to a wall for feedback. I'm going to use this one right here. Feel the natural curves of your spine against the wall. I have just a little bend to my knees and nothing major. I'm not fully squatting. Then I'm going to bring the backs of my hands up. And if my spine starts to want to move, I'm going to stop. I'm trying to bring the backs of my hands against the wall to kind of open up, and then bringing it down. Coming up here, just seeing if you can hold it, right? Coming back to that idea of an isometric. Breathing here, noticing if the upper back wants to move, if the lower back, it's a good place to remind yourself to stabilize in that lower back. And then bringing this down. Good. One more time if you're able to. And you don't have to stay up as long as I am. If you need to come down sooner, you listen to your body. Coming down when your body says it's had enough. Breathing here. And then letting these arms come down. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm missing you if I recently saw you or I haven't seen you recently, but I wanted to reach out and do my little part to share some things and hopefully keeping you moving during what can be a time of stress. So use this maybe to de-stress. Thank you.